And this here is our new first production showing of the VXR. So we showed a prototype a year ago, and now this is the production version of that. It has the new patent pending cross brace system that is extremely rigid, has billet machined upper and lower braces and a constrained layer damp crossbeam section into this full billet primary support member that interlocks in a keyway into this leg structure. And the leg structure is infinitely modular. So the unique thing about this system is not only massive rigidity and high mass, but the customer can decide how much capacity they want in the frame and change that at any time, increasing or decreasing the amount of vertical capacity, completely independent of shelf quantity and shelf location.
And height, yeah.
And height. And every one of those is decoupled, so that the customer, after he purchases it, can add vertical capacity without any dependency on shelf location or shelf quantity. And they can change in small increments the amount of capacity, or in large increments, and actually this frame can completely blow apart and be reconfigured into any number of frame systems and be rebuilt as many times
now,
as they
can
want.
you extend out horizontally too?
Absolutely.
You can.
Yeah, this is configurable in single wide and double wide. This bolt plate with the interlocking keyway system would be on both sides. And at any time you can decide to expand horizontally as many options as you'd like.
Wow.
This will disconnect at this cross brace system, and this piece, the end panel, will actually just move out, and without changing any parts, just adding parts, you would add the center column in, and you can expand it as much as you want. So the other nice feature about this is we can build custom systems on demand out of stock for all of our customers and dealers globally, because this top element combined with the bottom element is the amp stand. By adding a single leg element, you go to a 2-high. By adding multiple elements, you add more space.
I've been too high a lot in my life. Okay, and so
well, then you'll love this stand.
what is the cost of, let's say, the frame without any of the shelves on it?
A 4-high frame in this configuration is around $19,000. And then isolation bases, you can put any of our 3 models in there. Our new S3 that was just released at around $2,000. Then R3X, which was improved about a year ago, is around $1,300, and the M3X is around $2,800.
Okay.
Here, grab this.
Okay, so now you've taken off...
He's going to take these out to make it easier to remove the last few bolts.
Okay. To deal with people that think none of this makes any difference to sound.
Yeah.
You have to deal with them.
That's it. Well, guys like you, and then we've got other good reviewers out there. They keep sending the message, and
yeah, Roy Halley heard it once he got his. Yeah. He heard it. What is he now, though? He's only a recording engineer.
Okay.
So the basses can stay in when you do this, but
they could. We would recommend not doing it. Yeah, but the rigidity of the frame is such. This H-frame section is so rigid that there'll be almost no flex, even when you pull an entire leg system off of.
So let me ask you this question: would you be willing? What I want to do at a hi-fi show, I want to have 2 rooms, 2 identical rooms with the identical equipment, except I want one room to have this sort of isolation system in place, power conditioning, and high-quality cables. And in the other room, it's sitting on bookcases and whatever furniture's in the room, and lamp cord and the cheapest interconnect, because there are people that keep insisting that it won't make any difference. And then people have to come in the room, lights out, sit down, listen to the 2 rooms, and then decide if one sounds better than the other. And think
that would be an excellent demo.
Wouldn't that be a good thing? I want to try to
That is an excellent demo. Ready?
Yes.
Yep. So here you can see the interlocking keyway system, and the rigidity of the frame such that even removing a leg, this doesn't move at all. Now this leg can be rebuilt. When you're rebuilding a complete system, you would probably take all the legs off and rebuild them and put it back together.
And with all the legs off, these would just stand in place in free air, right?
They float.
Amazing. That's just, that is a fantastic thing. So now let's say if you were extending this thing out, you would now have a double piece that would be like this on both sides.
Yep.
And you'd put it in there, and then you'd build out. That easily. Wow.
You just knock in the center columns, move those out to the end column.
Wow.
And you can, along the way, rebuild the height if you want to. So the beautiful thing about this system is this piece here can be redeployed into another end column for another stand.
Right. So well, if you move it out, you're still using that piece. You're not wasting it because you're putting it in the end of the other piece.
Right.
Okay, cool.